Hey, what's up, everybody? I hope you are doing great and enjoying your weekend, and my presence will not disturb you much. Maybe some of you are already packing their suitcases for the upcoming Knowledge 2025 conference, and for those who are going there, I would like to tell that I will also be there, and I would be glad to meet as many of you as possible. So if you see me, do not hesitate, come and say hi. In today's video, I would like to touch topic related to Service Portal and widget configuration. Recently, I've read an article by Mark Ruthoff about changing Service Portal widgets look and feel without cloning widget. This is especially important if you're practicing out of the box in your organization, don't want to mess with the out of the box widget provided by ServiceNow. In this article, Mark explains how, by identifying elements on the page, apply additional CSS to them using widget instance CSS and page-specific CSS. The article is great. Please read it thoroughly and subscribe to Mark's content because he produces a lot of ServiceNow knowledge, which you may find useful in your daily life, daily business life. All right. What I would like to tell you that there are some additional things that you may do to impact the behavior of the widget. Let's say normally when we get a requirement to change something, or maybe let's say something as simple as changing the placeholder text inside of the search bar, we can usually simply come to the Employee Center Service Portal, press Ctrl and right click on the widget and select Instance Options. And we'll be presented with, with options related to this particular widget instance, which we can modify and change. But what if not all the options displayed here? Or what if not values are displayed here? This is especially important for dropdowns. Let's quickly check one of the widgets that we by default have available on our employee centers. It's a popular topics. Let's see what options do we have here, right? So as you can see, we have title, number of topics, display size, etc., etc. Let's focus our view on number of topics, right? We have values 4, 6, 8, 12. But what if I want 3, or maybe 9, or maybe 60? How can I do that? Can I type it in and press enter? No, this will not work. What are other options? So the first option is, of course, to go and press Ctrl, then right click on the widget, select Widget Options Schema, and modify the values, right? But this, my friends, will create an artifact. Widget will be updated by you. And that is not what we want, because we want for those widgets to stay out of the box as much as possible, right? You can come here and check what I mean. So currently it is updated by admin, right? It is out of the box. Now, let us come here, open widget options schema, and modify the values by adding 3. Right? Now, if I come here and refresh, you'll see that the widget itself was updated by me. This is not what I want. Let's revert it back. we are going to revert it to the out-of-the-box version and switch back to the catalog, to the employee center. Now, what else can I do? I can right-click again with Control and open this page in Page Editor. Here I can see that we have access to a tree-like structure of our page, which includes containers, rows, columns, and instances of our widgets, right? So the popular topics widget, which is here, is located in instance 2. Let's call it container of first column, second row, right? If we click on it, down we will see that this widget is connected here, right? We can select any other widget from this list and it will get replaced with this widget. But what do we see here? Called additional options JSON format. These are the options that we have set up using instance options on the home page, right? You can see it is number of topics is 8. Let's just change it to 3 and see what happens. Right? Now refresh. And oh my god, here we are. We have selected, we have set it for displaying just 3 topics. And let's check. We have created an artifact. No, we did not create any artifacts. One of the interesting use cases for this feature I have noticed while using this home page search. Unfortunately, because AI capabilities are not available here, I cannot showcase you the problem with this widget, but I will explain it to you using the code of the widget. So this widget checks if AI search is enabled, right? AI search status should return AI search is enabled. And then, based on this behavior, another widget will be called type ahead search. If AI search is not enabled, type ahead search gets only one single option, which is a type ahead search, basically title, is this one. It allows it to change the placeholder text. Right? However, if AI search is enabled, type ahead search gets the whole options object. Basically everything that is generated on this page and visible on the instance container here. For some reason, the option responsible for background text is called not type ahead search anymore. It is, let me check. Let me open this type ahead search widget. which is read-only, by the way. So for some reason, the property responsible for a placeholder text is called placeholder and is being assigned inside of this if statement. And as you can see here, when AI search is enabled, there will be a custom component called snd search combo box displayed, which uses this placeholder. So by default, you do not see this option inside of the instance options, and you may wonder how you can change it, right? So this approach, which I showed you previously, would be used to change the placeholder option by simply adding it as an additional option. In this case, I would come here, select how can we help instance, and add it here. Similarly to type ahead search. I will just call it placeholder and put here the values I would like to see if AI search is enabled in my portal. And that's it. Sometimes you can also investigate the code a little bit and understand what options are available or not available. Sometimes you can find very interesting things, like here, for example, options glyph is not mentioned anywhere, but it may potentially change the glyph button. However, in this case, this will never happen because, as we remember, out of the box, when AI search is disabled, and this first part of the form will only be displayed when it's disabled, gets called only with the single option, which is type ahead search. However, if you are a developer and for some reason you are using type ahead search widget in some of your other widgets, it may come in handy. And yeah, this is how you can basically allow some of the built-in changes for the widget, which is there. I hope that we have covered some interesting topic today and that you may find it useful. If you have any additional questions, do not forget to leave a comment below my video, and I'll see you in Vegas. Bye bye.